Yes, hello everybody. This is a quick update on the cryptocurrencies, or mainly the big ones, Bitcoin. Um, yeah, the Bitcoin. Let's have a quick look at that. Somebody asked me to give an update on that. So here on the bottom we've got the daily chart. This is the weekly and the 240. We have seen this strong sell-off on the Bitcoin down to 6,000. Then there was a really nice recovery here. It more or less doubled. So we've achieved about 12,000 let's make this bigger. So so with this up move, we came close to these resistance levels, which are stop run levels at the same time. Here we had a busted pattern on one lower time frame on the 240. So this is TC2, where we can see there was this break up into the band and then the sell off. So we're coming back here to the 240-minute flat level of this busted pattern short. So it tested, there was a rejection, which is very normal. Then there was another up move towards the same old level. Let's make this bigger. And I thought, well, now it's really a good opportunity to break this level as well, because this was very close, this one and this one. So I was expecting here to have a stop run higher and to trigger this overall busted pattern. You can see here the daily was a big sell-off, so this is still the line, the green line. And I was hoping if these stops are taken out, that we actually have an entry signal on the daily time frame. Well, this didn't happen. So what happens? We came very close here, and we didn't even go higher. So prices were really weak to test the old highs. So we fell short of that, which is a clear sign of failure, of weakness and a failure. And well, the result was a really strong sell-off. We haven't seen a sell-off like that, like many days ago. Like 5 bars, that's a 6th bar in a row that it's falling really hard. So it's falling through the 10,000, very big number, an important level. This made a new low. So now we've got a lower high and a lower low. As it has shown weakness here, so close, showing weakness that close to a possible stop run level is really a failure signal. I think that now there's a good chance that we're seeing new lows below the 6,000 level. The moving averages have just turned around, so we're in correct order now. And yeah, it looks like well, we might see the test of the 10,000 from below now. It looks like we're seeing new lows. So the next target would be the 6,000, and then lower. Let's see how low we could go. The only thing that we could see like higher, that we could see a break of the green line, is that now it really needs to recover pretty fast to make new highs. Well, that's still in the cards. This could still be a test of the 10,000. We are not too far below 10,000, so this could still be a test, shaking out the weak hands. But we'll need to make new highs pretty quickly if that shall be the scenario. Let's have a look at the weekly. So on the weekly, you might remember we have this this S1 type of pattern here, the small bar that tests the 21. So we had a strong reaction. Now, perspective of the weekly, we're just like playing around with the band, the 821. The band like 8 and 21, they have come very close to each other. So that's a good sign for an expansion further up. Well, we're still testing here, so it doesn't look terribly bad on the weekly. It's still testing, it's playing around as well with the big number. So as I said, it really needs to recover now pretty quickly. If we see new highs here, then I'm full bullish again. For now, as we have seen a weakness on the daily, I'm rather bearish. We're now below the moving averages, and yeah, should we come down to here, the 6,000 level, or we'll certainly test a lower. Typically, what we would see an ABC correction with the same length measured move. So this measured move should bring us in the area of the 200. So the 200 by then should be around 3,300. So well, let's draw that level. So the target should be around here. That clusters with the 200, which will be there. That clusters as well with the prior price action. So let's move it a little bit lower. So this is the target. So it's around 3,000. That's the target. About 50% lower than the last low. So this has already more or less lost 50%, and there would be another 50%, which would still be a healthy correction in the overall picture. Let's have a look on the monthly. So the monthly looks like this. Well, it's super bullish, obviously. Testing the 21. Well, currently we're only testing the 8, so it's still very bullish, but we can easily see a pullback to the 21. Well, this would be the case if we test the lows. Then we test the 21. So let's see if we go to the 3,000 level. Okay, then we would test the 50. That would be a pretty good, a deep test, which is fine. It could even go down to this, like to test the prayer. That's an important prayer support area at the 1,150 level. That's the deepest level I can imagine right now, in order, well, still being in an uptrend. Still calling it an uptrend. It could even go down to 1,100. Then the price would have gone down like 90%. With the Bitcoin, that already happened before, like a 70% correction, as I stated before, 70%, 80%. I think once it already reduced by 90% is not unusual. And let's have a quick look. So we've been here at the 1,100 level, and it has come down to 160. So this here as well reduced by 90%. So we could see a correction like this from these levels up here. I don't think so. I think if we come down to 3,000, that would be a good level. If it goes lower, then we actually might see like a longer correction. If this shall be still an uptrend, so we're only looking for a pullback, right? As it has gone up so far, we might see a pullback to the 50, which would still be a healthy pullback. That would bring us to pretty low levels. I'm no longer invested now in Bitcoins. I've sold once I've seen that we don't go higher here. We're failing. So around this level, just above 10,000, I've sold what I had bought down here at these early reversal patterns in lower time frames. And I'm hoping now to see lower prices to get in again. All right, so let's have a look at Ethereum, which is another big cryptocurrency in terms of market cap. Here on the daily chart, you can see, well, same picture more or less. The big ones have a chart similar to Bitcoin. It has recovered from around 600 to 1,000, so it has not quite doubled, but close to. It didn't recover here, so we didn't come close to the prior high, and it has sold stronger, so we're closer now to the old lows. So this is lagging in performance, and Ethereum stands for the rest of the altcoins, and that's what we have seen in the past weeks, that the altcoins, that's everything that is not Bitcoin in the crypto world, that the altcoins have been lagging Bitcoin. So we're close here to new lows. So this looks even more bearish than the Bitcoin chart. Let's have a look at Litecoin, which is a big one as well. So we clearly see here a busted pattern in the daily with a breakdown, and there was a re-break. So I went long here. There were some stop run levels, well, on both sides, right? On the bottom side there are two levels, and on the other side, so obviously I was hoping to see a run up, one level, two level, then there was another one, three, four, so there were five levels all close by. This still looks bullish, this chart. We have triggered in, now it's like kind of testing the lower side of the flat level. So that still looks kind of bullish to me. It could still re-break and make a stop run higher. So yeah, Litecoin looks pretty good. Let's have a look at Bitcoin Cash, which is a big one as well. Yeah, so similar to Ethereum, I couldn't go close to the prior highs. It's falling off. So yeah, basically I'm looking at Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the big whale in the market. And if the Bitcoin falls, like everything else falls as well, it's quite dominant. And it's kind of the indice of the crypto world, the Bitcoin. So I'm having an eye on that. Let's have a look at the 240. The 240, yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. So this was the busted pattern here with the level and the breakout, and then we had the sell-off, the stop run below these three levels, ABC, and then we had a going back. Let's mark it down. So here's the horizontal line, red. Yeah, okay, so that's a breakout. So we've just tested this line. We've not been able to break higher beyond the breakout level, which is fine, which is normal. So in this busted pattern, we're still bearish overall. This apparently was not an exhaustion move. That's what I expected. This is an exhaustion move, so the end of the downtrend. So this has been a confirmation of the downtrend, and so there was another test much closer now to the line, which has failed. So we made a new low. So yeah, it really looks like it's going to go lower, breaking this low. It has already broken that one, pretty strong. We're now pulling back to the 21, so that looks pretty bearish as well on the 1 hour chart. We can see that well, it's not a busted pattern, but it's close to, so we've got some type of consolidation here, sideways consolidation. And we have price yeah, trying to break higher and now dipping down again. So if price starts to run, we have here 3 stop run levels close by. So now still we're in this area, in this zone that is attracted by the 10,000. So as I said, price really needs to go above 10,000 pretty quickly, which would be above the 200 as well. If it doesn't, or if it goes down, if it goes yeah, breaks this level down, I think we'll see quickly new lows. So that's how Bitcoin or the crypto world looks like. Unfortunately, it's not possible to go short in the crypto world. And you know, there's the Bitcoin future, the GXBT, which is listed on the CBOE, which is a future. Futures you can go long and short, obviously, but not many future brokers allow you to go to trade the Bitcoin future. Interactive Broker allows you to do so. Both sides, long and short. The problem is if you want to sell, if you want to go short the Bitcoin future, you have to provide like 300% of margin, which is kind of prohibiting you to go short, which doesn't make a lot of sense, right? So you want to go short and you have to provide them 3 times worth of the money, so you've got negative leverage, so to say. So they prohibit you going short. Well, that's a safety measure by the exchange. They don't want too much volatility in the market. They run the risk. They're the clearinghouse, so they have to make sure, yeah, that bad things don't happen with this volatile instrument. But I would love to be able to trade it short. I've traded it long several times, with a Bitcoin future, and I would love to trade it short, but it's unfortunately not possible at the moment. We'll see how that develops. This will surely change in the future as well. So yeah, this is it. Yeah, what as far as mining is concerned, like Bitcoin, cryptocurrency mining, the mining results depend as well on the price of the Bitcoin. Obviously, if you mine a Bitcoin, you need to sell it, and the proceeds are then distributed to the holders of the mining contracts. So yeah, so the profitability has gone down. So currently, I've got several miners who are mining Bitcoin. So currently, it's about 0.4% per day, which is still good, but we've been at profitability levels of 1.5% a day and higher. So this has come down as well. But yeah, mining, I think mining is profitable until we come in this area of 4,000, 5,000 of Bitcoin. Then it might not be profitable anymore. It's like a gold mine. If the price of gold goes down a lot, below their production cost, they might still continue producing, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. So the machines would stop, basically the algorithms on the computers, and they would wait for higher prices to develop. As well, the costs of transferring bitcoins have gone down quite a bit. Um, yeah, a miner gains on the costs of transferring. Like if I transfer bitcoins to another address, it costs me some fee, and this fee goes to the miners. So as the fees have gone down, this has had a negative impact on profitability as well. So there are always several factors, but they're still profitable, 0.4% per day. It's still pretty good. Um, and yeah, we'll see how that develops. I hope that it was of interest. Thank you.